He took someone else's parcel, thought it was nothing, but one Amazon box turned his life into a federal case. The package.
Tom didn't like surprises. His days were filed neatly, like folders in a cabinet. Client calls at 9, team meeting at 10:30, report due by noon. His wife left earlier than him. The kids trudged to school, and what remained was an empty kitchen with a mug of cold coffee and the wall clock ticking. Minneapolis woke up sluggish. Dirty snow by the curbs, low gray sky, neighbors avoiding each other's eyes. Sometimes at the office, he caught himself envying colleagues. The young guys showed off shiny iPhones, talked at lunch about tech deals. Some had wireless charging earbuds, some a tablet with a stylus. Tom still carried a cracked old phone and peeling headphones. He told himself it didn't matter, but every time it felt like life was pulling ahead without him. That morning, a box sat on his porch, big, stamped with Amazon's black smile. Tom almost stepped over it. It wasn't his address, not his problem, but his eyes snagged on the name Jerry Wallace, neighbor, 2 doors down, the one always mowing Saturdays, always waving in the parking lot. Not special, just permanently satisfied. A neighbor woman walked her dog past. She slowed, eyed the box, and muttered, "Been staring at me all day, like it's got eyes." She smirked, kept walking. Tom bent down. The box was light, something rustling inside. Curiosity won. He carried it in, slit the tape with a pizza knife. Out slid a sleek case stamped noise-canceling headphones, $399.99. He held his breath. Someone else's joy in his hands. For a second, the right thought flickered. Return it, knock on the door, say, "Looks like this is yours." But another thought arrived quicker. Amazon's a machine. To them, it's just a number. They'll never notice. He put the headphones on. Street noise vanished. Only silence and a deep bass remained. The world, suddenly tolerable. A smile crept on his face. The kitchen table still held the box, Jerry's name glaring. Silent reminder. But Tom already knew. He wasn't giving them back. Who'd notice? Amazon screws up daily. He stashed the case in a cupboard, carried the empty box to the dumpsters. Snowflakes fell. The block dozed. 2 doors down, Jerry waited for a delivery that would never come. Tom closed his door. The first crack had opened.
Tom drove to work in his beat-up 2006 Civic. Faded dashboard, radio glitching, heater wheezing lukewarm. But on his head gleamed new headphones. Black, smooth, soft-cushioned. A slice of another life against his ears. He hit Beethoven. Bass lines drowned out Minneapolis. Buses clattering, brakes squealing, people shuffling at lights. He was stuck in traffic, but felt above them. They trudged through slush. He conducted a symphony. Small victory, but in his gray life, it felt like triumph. At the office lot, he tucked the headphones in their case. In the hall, a young coworker, iPhone flashing, nodded. "Hey, Tom, nice cans. What model?" Old ones. Discount pair. Got 'em on sale. Dirt cheap." The kid smirked, unconvinced, walked on. Tom's ears burned. He clenched the case so hard his knuckles whitened. That evening, his wife complained the washer was banging again. "Tom, hear that?" It's about to die. He yanked off the headphones, snapped. I hear it. I'll handle it. Her look was worn out. She turned to the stove. Tom slid the headphones back on. Music drowned the drum beat and her words alike. Later, at the mailboxes, Jerry smiled. Strange deal. My package vanished. Expensive headphones. Amazon'll sort it, but still. Tom forced a nod. Yeah, logistics, you know? Exactly, Jerry chuckled. System fixes everything. Always does. Tom went home trembling. On the kitchen table, his headphones glowed black. He whispered, who'd notice? Nobody. But inside, he felt everyone already had. Tom woke early. Wife asleep. Kids snoring down the hall. Kitchen clock ticked. Snow crunched outside. On the table, the headphones, gleaming like temptation. His heart sped each glance. At work, he tried to bury the thoughts. They kept circling. The sticker on Jerry's door, Jerry's complaint, the Amazon claim. If they dig deeper, I'm done. But I'm no thief, he told himself. I'm fixing a glitch. Corporations don't care. They lose millions. I'm doing them a favor. That night, he pulled up Amazon. Screen lit, basket empty. He found the model. $399.99. Price punched him. I'll pay, better than scandal, he said aloud. Then he remembered. A lost card. He'd picked it up weeks ago at the gym. Planned to hand it in, but pocketed it instead. Still there in his wallet. He stared at the numbers. If the guy needed it, he'd have claimed it, Tom muttered. Doorbell. A courier in an orange vest. Any chance a box landed here? Some things, they know their owners. Sometimes you just gotta set 'em right. Tom's fists tightened in his pockets. Nope, haven't seen a thing. Courier shrugged, mumbled something about lucky magnets, and walked off. Tom returned to the screen, typed the stolen card. Payment cleared. Thank you for your order. He grinned, triumph in his chest. Perfect. Nobody will ever know. Meanwhile, Amazon flagged. Suspicious transaction. Stolen card. Amazon never sleeps. Every click, a record. Tom's order hit a red zone. On a fraud desk screen, a warning blinked. Flagged. Duplicate address. Stolen card. The analyst squinted. Sipped cold coffee. Data lined up. Stolen card. Same IP as another profile. Delivery address already linked to a complaint. She escalated. By morning, the file hit a bank. Hours later, an FBI desk. Tom knew none of it. He trudged to work, snow crunching, jazz humming in his new headphones. He thought Jerry would soon get his replacement. Silence from next door felt like absolution. Meanwhile, in a low-ceiling office, 2 FBI agents flipped printouts. First page, Tom's order history. Toilet paper, cat food, charging cords. Then, expensive headphones, stolen card. Same IP as his Netflix. Even same password, one muttered. People are predictable. Yep, said the other, staring out the window. Ice is off Minnetonka. Pike's running. Pike? Pike. Routine talk. Someone else's life already hanging by a thread. That night, Tom read a paper at his kitchen table. Router light blinked red, then green, then red again. He thought the internet was lagging. In truth, surveillance had begun. Logs checked, trails marked. It all started with a porch box, but now the system had him, and numbers don't need witnesses.
3 days later, Jerry's box arrived. Courier set it down like nothing happened. Inside, new headphones, sealed. Jerry shrugged. Amazon always fixes mistakes. Real lifesavers. For him, story over. He cracked the beer, cued music, nodded to the beat. Tom peeked through the curtain's slit. When Jerry lifted the box, something snapped inside him. Relief tangled with fear. Outwardly, perfect. Jerry happy, courier done. Inside, Tom's pulse screamed, caught red-handed. That evening, his wife slammed the fridge door. Empty again. We live paycheck to paycheck, but you've got new toys. Those headphones, where's the money from? Discount, Tom snapped. Drop it. Discount, she repeated, shaking her head. Washer's about to collapse. He muttered, yanked the headphones back on. Music smothered her voice and the drum beat both. Late at night, an email blinked. Unusual activity detected. Please verify your account. Dry text, but Tom read it like a verdict. He dialed support. Rings. A flat voice. Thanks for calling Amazon. Your call matters. Do you agree your purchases make you happier? I got a fraud notice, Tom stammered. Excellent. Please confirm you are happy. Tom froze. What? I need a person. Understood. Your security is our priority. Please hold. Music filled the line, the same track piping through his headphones. Next door, Jerry laughed, telling his wife, "See, Amazon fixed it. Always do." Tom killed the call. Sat in the dark. Neighbor truth. Nobody saw a thing. Digital truth. It was already on his trail. Morning came quiet. Snow gray, sun peeking. Tom sipped coffee at the counter, radio murmuring. Ordinary day. Then engines. 2 black SUVs rolled to a stop outside. Neighbors froze with their dogs. Jerry stepped onto his porch in a robe. Hard knocks on the door. Tom set down his mug, opened. 2 suits. One flashed a badge. FBI. Thomas Reynolds? Tom nodded, throat dry. His wife peeked from the bedroom, kids peering behind. Cuffs snapped on. His wife clutched her mouth. What did you do, Tom? His lips moved. No words. Agents calm, efficient. One guiding his elbow said, Pike's running on Minnetonka. Really? And here we've got parcels. On the table, headphones gleamed. An agent lifted them, expression flat. Federal case over an Amazon box. Crowd gathered outside. Neighbor woman filming, voice loud. There goes Manager of the Year. Jerry stood dazed, his replacement headphones in hand. But mine just arrived. Tom stepped onto the porch. Snow crunched like his life breaking. His life called his name. Kids crying. Cameras rolling. They slid him into the SUV. Through the glass he saw Jerry, clutching headphones, face blank with confusion. A small victory had curdled
to public ruin. Not system error. Human error, thinking the system wouldn't see. Evening looked the same. Same cars, same gray snow, same neighbors at the mailboxes. Only talk had changed. Everyone saw Tom hauled off in cuffs. Videos already sped online. FBI arrests Minneapolis man in credit card scam. Jerry lounged in his living room, beer in hand, headphones on. Jazz swelled, he nodded along. In his world, everything fine. Amazon apologized, replacement delivered, customer satisfied. They always fix mistakes, he told his wife. Solid service. Meanwhile, Tom sat in a holding cell. Gray walls, disinfectant reek, iron bars. No headphones, no silence, only noise. Dripping pipes, doors clanging, prisoners shouting. Music gone, reality loud. His wife didn't visit, kids didn't write. Everything unraveled faster than he could think. He buried his face in his hands. Just a box. Wanted some quiet. Got a noise that never ends. Next day, 2 neighbors chatted by the mailboxes. One joked, "Box must have been cursed." The other laughed, tugging his collar. They changed subject. Jerry adjusted his headphones, headed to work. Snow crunched under boots. His day ordinary. Tom's last day of normal life had already ended. Just a box. His sentence sealed.